Hi, I'm Gary White here with
Yvonne McNary
for Central Kentucky Talks here on Central Kentucky Television. We're standing out on this beautiful day right outside the Marion County Public Library. You can see behind us one of the quilts that the Marion County Public Library put up. These quilts are all around Central Kentucky, here in Marion County as well as in the other counties, but we had a video that was produced by a lady down in St. Francis for several of the quilts that are around Marion County, so we've been airing that a little bit. But this is one of the newer ones because it just went up not too long ago. It's not on that video. But we're here because this is the location of one of the spots for an series of interviews you're going to have for us this week, right?
Yeah, series of interviews. The interview here at the library was with Sandy Nunley, and Sandy's going to give us all kinds of information on getting a library card.
Because September is National Library Card Month.
Yes, it is. And you know, this is back to school month as well. I mean, we started back in August, but it always seems like September is really the big push to go back to school. So, you know, for all of our school students and citizens of the city, you know, why a library card is important. It can open up lots of doors for you.
Absolutely. So we're going to hear a little bit about all the stuff that's available with that. But you also have some other interesting people in store for us, right? Yes,
Gary. What about couponing? I mean, that has its own show, you know, own show and its own set of people who subscribe to it. So it's very interesting, and you can save money and you can earn money with couponing. So we're going to have Janice Cruz on today, and she's going to tell us all about how you can do all of that.
Have you couponed?
I have couponed in the past in a very small way, you know, like having coupons to have cents off, you know, when you go to the grocery store. But as far as couponing goes, I've never been quite that intense, you know, you know, where I would get, you know, multiples of anything like that. And to even think about earning money doing that or getting something free is just about out of the question for me.
Yeah, I was surprised when she said, Janice was mentioning that she actually got a few dollars back not too long ago when she went to a store and used coupons. I was just like, I would think that they would say, well, you're not getting money back, you're just not having to pay. You know what I mean? Right. But you actually can make some money. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, you understand that the coupons come from the companies that produce these items, you know, so they're the ones, they send the coupons back to them and they reimburse the stores for those. So it's kind of a business kind of a thing and a transaction, and it's working great for Janice.
Absolutely. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that too, because September is also National Coupon Month.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know, there's a month for everything, Gary.
Absolutely, and we're celebrating them all here on Central Kentucky Television.
Yes, we are. And you know, September is also the month for yoga. So we're going to talk to Matt Brandstatter today, and he's going to give us some really good insight and information on yoga and the different asanas and a little history on it too.
Now, speaking of yoga, somebody on camera right now is a yoga instructor, certified.
Certifiably.
And it isn't me.
Yes, I am certified, Gary. I love yoga. Yoga is something that you can take with you from childhood to the grave. You know, even no matter how old you get, you can still do the breathing exercises if nothing else. So, you know, yoga is a lifetime event. So I really do enjoy it.
What's your favorite stance?
The tree, maybe.
You want to demonstrate?
Yeah, just a little bit.
There you go, with your knee up. Okay.
With my
in
leg
case you didn't see that.
Yes, yeah, with my leg
with your leg up on your knee.
Yeah, that one there, and then of course it's always downward facing dog. Everybody knows downward facing dog.
You want to demonstrate?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. You know, and then there's Superwoman.
Well, I don't know that one.
Yeah, of course you don't. There's Superwoman. I have dubbed the Superwoman. It's called Superman, actually, but my classes are usually made up of about 95% women.
Is it on the ground?
It's on the ground.
Like you're flying?
It's on the floor, and you got your arms out front and your legs out back, and you lift up.
Kind of like you're flying.
Like you're flying, Superwoman.
Okay,
yes.
Super person.
Super person out there. Yes. And you know, there's dog and cat. They're the dog and cow, cat and cow. I'm sorry, getting my animals mixed up. Cat and cow you can use for just about anybody can use cat and cow because it takes the stress off your back, off your lower back. And if you're having back trouble and you can't get in to see the doctor right away, you can use cat and cow to sustain you a little bit until you can get in to see the doctor. Now, it's not a cure. And anyway, but it does help you to become more comfortable until you can get to a doctor.
Because it's a stretch, which is what yoga really is a lot of stretching.
It's all about stretching. It's all about stretch,
And
Gary.
breathing right.
And breathing. Got to do that inhaling and exhaling stuff right.
Absolutely, you have to use that right.
Yes.
So you're going to learn a little bit more about all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
And the centering.
Yeah, and the centering, right. And Matt, like I said, Matt Brandstetter is or was a yoga instructor at St. Catherine College, and he also does some other different programs as well. So he's going to tell us all about that too.
Okay.
So
all that's coming up here on Central Kentucky Talks here with Yvonne McNary, right in Central Kentucky.
And Gary White.
Yes, well, you're the ones interviewing. They won't see me talking. They won't see me doing the demonstrator poses.
Oh, Gary, come on. Today you got to do at least one.
Okay.
Come on, one.
I'll do the pole. How's that?
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. I'll take what I can get.
Absolutely. And also, here on Central Kentucky Television, as we talked, September is our month for fall festivals. We have a whole lot of stuff going on, and this past weekend we were in New Haven for the Rolling Fork Iron Horse Festival that we got to experience and get the parade for that. You know, they were talking all week about rain.
I know, Gary.
And then it was gorgeous.
That's what I was telling someone earlier today. I was saying, you know, I thought for sure that Iron Horse was going to get rained out, and I was a little upset about that because I know that our viewers, you know, love these festivals, and we want to show them all. But if it got rained out, what are we going to do? And then it was the most beautiful day.
That's right. I think got my head burnt because I forgot ahead because I was thinking, you know, it'll be overcast. But it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
And then it did rain afterwards.
Yeah, it did. But it was later, so much
yes,
later in the day before it
absolutely.
started to rain. So
Absolutely, and then a nice crowd, a beautiful day. You'll get to see that parade here on Central Kentucky Television. Also, you'll get to see a glimpse of the Iron Horse that the festival is named after as it's going through town, because it's named after the Rolling Fork River and the Iron Horse being the train that right down there, so the Rolling Fork Iron Horse Festival. But that's the first of our festivals that kick off for the next 6 weeks. We're going to have festivals every week that we'll be covering here on Central Kentucky Television. And there's several businesses who have made it possible for us to bring you this coverage here on Central Kentucky Television, including somebody that you're going to see in the parade. State Senator Jimmy Higdon is one of our sponsors for the parade coverage here on Central Kentucky Television, as well as Citizens Bank is going to be bringing you some coverage for Marion County Country Ham Days. Smith & Associates Insurance is giving us coverage for all the different festivals because they can cover you no matter where. They're in Bardstown, and I'll be happy to cover you if you're in Bardstown, but also if you're in Lebanon or in Springfield. They have connections. They used to have a business or an office in Loretto, and they'd be happy to work with you there as well. And then you can go and eat at Rigetti's.
yes.
Pizza or their Italian restaurant there. You can have
Homemade
all the variety
homemade Italian
of
food.
stuff. Mr. B's Consignment Shop in Bardstown is also one of our sponsors for coverage of the festivals, as well as Ruth Hagen Insurance right on Main Street in Lebanon. They're going to be covering our various different festivals that are going on. And they're just some of the different businesses that are making it possible for us to bring you this coverage here on Central Kentucky Television of all the different festivals. So we appreciate them, and please do stay tuned, and please tell them that you appreciate it as well, because without their support, we couldn't go out and cover all these different festivals.
No, we couldn't. And you know, and if you're one of those people out there, one of those business people or whomever who would like to support this, let us know. We'd be glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Know, because, you know, we have so many people here in Lebanon and in other cities who can't get out to see the festivals, but they certainly do appreciate it when we can put it on Channel 6 and they can watch it from home.
Absolutely. And see all the stuff that's going on.
Yes, indeed. Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting really excited now.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Because what's coming up next?
Bourbon Festival.
Bourbon Festival.
And hopefully the weather will stay nice, because now they're talking about rain.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, and
not terribly like they were talking about last weekend. They were saying it was going to storm and be nasty.
It was going to tear it up.
All this different stuff. Now it's lesser percent, which means it might be actually do it. Who knows? But you know, so we'll see. But that actually kicks off on Monday evening. Is for the first time they've added Monday night for their balloon glow. So it keeps expanding with the 25th anniversary for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival in Bardstown. So lots of exciting stuff happening.
Lots of exciting stuff. And you know what? I'm pretty much excited about that Spirit Run too they're going to be doing, which is part of that trifecta.
Yep.
And that's going to be pretty neat as well. I have a friend, Gary, I may drop you a name later on today, who's doing the trifecta. We'll have to have her on later on to tell us what she thought, you know, and how it worked out for her. Because she loves to run, and this trifecta is just a thing for her. She loves it.
That's right. It's the Tri-County United Ways trifecta kicks off with the Spirit 5K as part of the Bourbon Festival, and then they'll be heading over to the next weekend to Marion County for the Pokey Pig race,
Right.
and then going over to Springfield for the Sorghum Shuffle. And if you take part in all three, you can get a shirt, you can get notoriety with
Sure.
being part of the trifecta, and it goes to a good cause, helping the United Way, which goes to support all three of our counties as well.
Yes, it does. And, you know, well wishes to everybody who gets out there and runs that trifecta.
Absolutely. And you might want to do some yoga beforehand so you get that stretching
Get
done,
that
right?
stretch going, yes.
Get your stretch on. So this has been Gary White
And Yvonne McNary.
here with Central Kentucky Talks on Central Kentucky Television.